Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
DJ Durong from Hot 702.5 in Las Vegas. It's time to come together. Rainbow Dreams Educational Foundation presents the 24th Annual Las Vegas Juneteenth Festival, going down Saturday, June 21st from 4 to 9 p.m. at the Expo at World Market Center, and it's free to the public. Catch R&B icon Tweet live on stage, plus performances by Kiss Kiss and the Squad, Darnell Alexander, Unk and the Nephews, and Las Vegas's pop princess Ray Millie. Hosted by DJ Ambeezy with Not a Boy DJ and DJ Kelly J on the ones and twos. Stop by and visit the Hot 702.5 FM live remote tent and check in with our on-air personalities. Shop the vendor marketplace, hit up the food trucks, and enjoy surprise guests throughout the night. Presented in partnership with Google, MGM Resorts International, Live You Equals You in the city of Las Vegas. Come together this Juneteenth weekend to celebrate freedom with Tweet and Rainbow Dreams. Get your e-ticket now and be entered to win one of our fabulous prizes. Visit June19LV.com. That's June19LV.com.
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled. This is Mila J. Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
Shed so many tears over the years. Lost so many friends that's not here. I faced all of my fears. I swallowed all my tears. Now what's up now? What's up now from here? Oh, up now. Now what's up now? What's up now from here? What's up now? What's up now from here? I faced all of my fears. I swallowed all my tears. Now what's up now? What's up now from here?
Welcome back. Yes. Vegas up now, not next, right now. Man, special day. We just want to give it up, man, for an inspired life. You know what I'm saying? This is your man, not your boy, Bonafide 100, plug to the city. First and foremost, prayers to the co-host, my blood cousin, Sir Charles Tatum. We making sure that we're praying that he feels better. That's what we talking about, generational health around here. So special day, not only my birthday, the co-host with the most on the hottest station in the nation, Hot 702.5, E. Carice. What's up, young lady?
Hola.
¿Cómo estás? Yes, bien. Yeah, we bilingual around here.
Indeed.
You know, so having you is no accident, especially with today's topic, you know, one of today's topics, inspired life. Mm-hmm. You know, so just reflecting, guys, I'm fresh back from Seattle. Having the services for my brother, Monteek Walker. Amazing in Seattle, Washington. Shout out to everybody, all the support. And so I'm going to start off by, again, no accidents with the co-host today. See this that I'm showing you guys? This is a gift when you live an inspired life. And speaking of Inspired Life, they were the ones that took care of our services as far as the cremation and other things we're going to get into. But how it relates to today's show and today's topic and myself is, even though I buried another baby brother by health, I'm inspired by the support. I'm inspired by life. I'm inspired by some of the things transpired that I learned in this process of going through this. So, shout out to you. Shout out. Thank you for my gift.
You're very welcome.
Yes, my brother is actually, his ashes are in here, guys. This is one of the services that was provided by
that was just a gift from me.
Look.
That was it. That was just a gift from a friend of yours at the station. That's it.
But look, they did it for free.
Who's they?
Inspired
That was
Life.
from me. That was from me.
Yes, and so but again, but it's who you know. You referred me as well as Charles referred me, and I didn't know it was right here in my backyard.
Gotcha. So, yeah.
Tell me about it. What made you actually get me the bracelet?
You know what?
My brother's ashes again are in here, guys, and people don't even know. And my mom's like, wow.
So you know what? I bought several of those at one time, and it was for two reasons. So when your brother passed away, my best friend's mom passed away.
Wow.
And so I got some for her and her siblings, and then I got one for you. And it just so happened to be, it's like, you know what, I'm just going to give these to my friends. And that's it, I got some, I had gotten some before for a cousin of mine and my brother-in-law. And, I think it's like you can keep something, it's stylish, you know what I mean?
Really
nobody knows what's going on. And then too, some of them are protective, like some of them have like special materials on it to kind of protect your energy and stuff like that. So
talk about it. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
So,
but I'm glad you used Inspired Life. So Inspired Life Memorials and Cremations is a full service funeral home. So we own our own funeral home, crematory. We have 3 locations, and we have some pretty fantastic staff. Pretty fantastic owners. One who happens to be my husband, and it's just cool. So I'm doing some marketing for Inspired Life now, and it's been an interesting. It's been like it's been interesting because I never would I have ever thought I would be involved in an industry like this. I'm like, I don't need nothing bringing me down. You know what I mean?
Man.
But it's actually pretty cool, like interacting with some of the folks that I do marketing with, and it's just it's an interesting business, and it's you make people smile, and and you take care of people's families, and it's cool.
No, super cool. And like you were saying that, and man, I pray that our people are really listening and paying attention right now, because in these times of losses, do you see the smile on my face? I really am inspired. And you said, I never thought about being in a business like this, or I don't want to be down, or it is quite the opposite dealing with the services that were provided for us. And so again, when we talk about support, we know people that do this or that, but there's levels. And shout out Javon Banks, Kirk Williams, starting with all of the staff. I want to make sure I say her name right. There were some special people that went over and beyond that.
Probably Angelia.
Yes,
shout out to Angelia.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I say this because the quality of service they provided, not only was the establishment beautiful,
nice,
had we decided to have our services here, you know what I mean? But just even the cremation, being able to see all the options that we had in-house, oh my God. And that was just one establishment. And again, Vegas is built off hospitality, and they got it down there. Not just Javon and Kirk and Angelia, they all have it down. The entire staff treated me and my family like royalty, and that's how we felt like when we stepped in there too.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Very glad.
And
to hear
saved
that.
us a lot of money, guys. So again, shout out. living an inspired life. So that's the perfect name. That's how I feel today. That's our topic.
So what makes you live an inspired life? Like what's an inspired life for you?
Believe it or not, it's outward focus.
Okay.
I love whatever that takes, from the smallest to the largest, putting a smile on other people's face, making life easier, making an impact, generational wealth and generational health. Waking up every day, know I have an opportunity to get it right or make it better. Gratitude, friends, these type of situations, the most challenging times, and people like yourself, the family, friends out of nowhere, the public, the appreciation and support. That's what it looks like for me. I don't know, people would think music, entertainment, fashion, any of the culture. No, it's just really putting a smile on people's face, man, making an impact on people in a positive way.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
What about you?
You know what? I just think for me, I just live my life authentically, as authentically as possible. I am me 100% of the time.
Look at that.
And you know, I don't have a lot of stressors, so it's not a lot of things that I allow to bother me, because especially if it's something beyond my control. And I think a lot of people spend a lot of time worrying about stuff that's beyond their control. And, you know, as a result, it stresses them out, you know, makes them sick, makes them, you know, and I just don't have time for that. I got time to live life. I want to breathe fresh air, play golf, and enjoy my family, travel. And, you know, I just want to live free. And I want everyone around me to feel, you know, calm energy. You know, I'm not a yeller. I'm not, you know, I'm just me. And I don't, I just like good, positive energy, you know.
Preach.
Yeah, that's
Preach. Yeah. Y'all hearing it on Hot 702.5. I say the hottest station in the nation. You know what I mean?
Hottest station
on the planet.
On the planet.
You know
on
what
the
I'm
planet.
saying?
That's it.
And beyond. How about that?
Indeed.
Vegas up now. Not next, right now. Bonafide, again, just inspired life. That's one of our topics today. We're going to have some great music today. We're going to hit y'all with something different from a female perspective. How about that? You know what I mean? You get this testosterone music a lot up here, guys.
Y'all gonna get some testosterone music today, because I ain't have time to pick anything else.
But it's all good.
But it's gonna be whatever Charles has picked in the past, but probably the ones that I would have picked first.
Look at that. Look at that. Well, you know what? I like that tag team. It works for Vegas Up now. You know, we want y'all to subscribe, follow, you know, really give us them real comments. We ain't saying just comment to comment. Like, give us some real feedback, what you want to hear, what you want to see, you know, how we're doing, what, you know, how could we improve, level up. We're very vulnerable, open, and transparent. This is not a podcast, y'all. This is a show. Every Saturday, 1 p.m., Sir Charles Tatum and Bonafide. And shout out Miles Bunch as well last week, our guest host. They did an outstanding job. But again, today we have E. Carice, yours truly, the multi-talented, multi-gifted. She didn't even know I was going to, like, put her on the spot a couple of times.
Oh, you can put me on the spot anytime.
Look at that.
I'm ready. I'm ready for you.
So we talked about life, inspired life. And, you know, we have similar traits, outward focus. We like seeing people, you know, make an impact on the world positively, positive vibes. What with the younger generation, and we know what they're on, we know how the culture controls the economics. The urban black culture controls the economics, the world, commercials. What I mean by that is we have major influence in everything. So with that, you know, with so much ratchetness allowed, like right now, what's your take? What's your thought on the young women of today? And not all of them. I'm just saying how some of the younger women's ratchetness has seeped into the older women.
So, you know what? I always say that men should stay out of women's business.
Ooh. Go ahead.
Because why are men talking about anything that a woman does, dress, how she dresses, what she says, how she engages? But you know, those are my thoughts, and my thoughts are risky. But I think that women should be able to be authentically who they are, because we haven't been allowed to for I don't know, however many years. So that's why I think men should mind their business. You know, it has been since not even since the 70s, women weren't even allowed to get a credit card by themselves. So they were told by men what to do, when they can do it, what they could wear, all of these things. And you know, there's some things that I learned in corporate America is that I was very tamed when it came to what I wore, because I was black and I got body. Right. So I'm black, I got body. I'm here with these white people. So I had to adjust my attire based off of the body that I was given by God. And I had to tame myself for the sake of other people, and it's just my body. Like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah. So I think that, or it'd be my hair getting flat ironed, or you know, things like that. I think men should mind their business because we haven't been allowed to mind our own businesses for so long. And if a woman wants to dress sexy and she wants to show some extra skin, she wants to wear some short shorts, she wants to wear some heels, she wants to be whatever, she wants to be outspoken, she wants to, you know, use her hands when she's speaking, let her. Absolutely. And stop worrying about how you think it may impact someone else, because the reality is just she is who she is, allowed to be today.
Look at that.
What was the 70s? Wasn't even 50 years ago.
I get it.
We gotta relax.
I love a woman's. I could actually, you know, for the broader picture, and I love a woman's perspective on that. And I should have, and I could have made it a broader, because I can flip it and say the same thing because of the male music and hip hop that's been allowed. You know, again, we talk about from the prison, the prisons to the record label.
We can talk. So the thing is, we don't even have to only talk about even rap music. I was listening to a song I've never heard before in my life that my husband thought was funny to request, and it was called. What the hell is it called? It was called something. Liquor, something liquor, right?
Really?
And this song was from like the 60s. And I'm like, oh, this song is heck ratchet. I wish they would talk about Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion talking about I got the bomb or whatever. Like, relax. Okay. This man literally just singing about licking vagina in a song in the 60s. They've been talking about this stuff. The problem is that we get older and then we get more conservative, and that's what happened in the 80s. Our parents were like, "Oh, this rap music and this is too, you know, it was too much. It was too much for them." But they just listened to Liquor, whatever damn song is. I'm like, come on, y'all gotta relax. Things are going to evolve. People are going to be able to be more expressive. We live in a country that's supposed to be free. Freedom of speech, right? We're supposed to be able to say whatever it is, and I think that people should be allowed to.
I love it. That's that. You 2 for 2. You know, definitely 2 for 2 with me. Where there's you went in a direction I wouldn't have ever thought. And again, like I said, there's a broader scope, like you brought it to life. That really I was getting a woman's perspective, because I love substance when it comes to music. I like my rap. I like this or that, whatever. If it's a banger, it's a banger. Period. Music, first, lyrics, hook. But because there's a lot of, how many different ways can you kill a mother? You know what I mean? Like so I could have started there with you. You know what I'm saying? So I get it about women. For me, women, fashion, music, entertainment, business alone, 5, 7, maybe even the last 8 years, dominated, impacted, took over.
Right,
you know
it's about time.
Absolutely,
it's been 50,000 years.
Hey, I'm on y'all team. I promise.
Can we get some freedom of
I've
something?
done all women events. I get it. I promise. I'm all about 50-50. And when I mean 50-50, like, what we expect from our women, we should be given. Like, okay, we okay with having 2 women, but we not okay with bringing another man in a relationship for our one. Nah. So I've had that conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Again, for me, it's bigger than that. It's when I said ratchetness, it's maybe the negative tone or the negative aspect of whether it's music, male or female, fashion. We're just highlighted. We set the standards for the culture, and I just feel as an OG, our music, the artists with males first, they helped us kill a generation. Not even so much kill,
literally.
But, okay, so and what? Yeah, because of who owns the record labels and the deals they get them because they know what they're going to do with the music. We all have
choices,
right?
Okay, come on. Ice Cube sat down and he wrote what he wrote. Come on, Tupac sat down and wrote what he wrote.
Right.
Suge said, "Write this." They wrote it.
Right.
Let's not pretend that they didn't have any autonomy when it came to the things that they wrote. They definitely wrote what they wanted to write, and then the labels may have influenced it in some way. But we got choices.
Right.
I have a choice whether I want to talk about certain things at any point in time in my life. We all have choices. They made a choice. Whether they were influenced to make the choice, they still did it. And now we're here, right? And now I remember you and Charles were talking about Sexy Red. Y'all thought Sexy Red's so ratchet, and she's this. Sexy Red is playing a character. However, y'all like, well, is she going to be sustainable? And I'm like, is she going to be sustainable? She had one of some of the most popular songs for the past 3 years, and then 2 came out with another song with Bruno Mars. That's popping.
That's big.
Song is popular.
Look.
So come
That's
on.
Big.
Song is just the song is a good song. It's ratchet, but it's a good song. And I might have to play like a little clip of it because you can't,
man, give it up.
We can't live our lives without
again, like I said, if it's a banger, it's a banger. I'm not a hater. Like you said, I think with maturity as well comes that it's like some of the things, how we represent ourselves. It ain't about living with no regret or anything, but as our older self, when we look back like, dang, okay, I wish I would have represented myself.
But I don't though. You know, I don't have, we experience life and we learn and then we grow and that's just what it is. I don't regret anything. Mine. I don't regret
about for others.
But I mean, I think that if something happened and it just happened to you or you made it happen to you, it's over. What are we gonna do?
Well, same thing with Pac.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that Pac actually asked for, I mean, our fate is our fate. But he pretty much predicted what was going to happen to him by the words and the actions that follow.
He knew what was going to happen to him based off of his parents and their life.
Actions, there's reactions.
Right, but he knew that his parents were wanted by the CIA. You know,
okay,
hey Tupac, how you feeling, sir? Call in Tupac. Call in 702-551-5261.
I'll go
because listen, I am not mad at Tupac for living his best life. On the down low, it's fine. Just be you, be great. But I gotta let you listen to this song though, because we can't just pass by Sexy Red like this.
Fat, juicy, and wet. I don't even cookie so good, make me throw up a set. That good kitty, good kitty, making my pet.
This song is so catchy.
I love this song.
It's so catchy.
Fat, juicy, and wet.
Sexy like it's gonna be on the bottom of the screen right here. But yeah, so
No, I love that song. First, if it's a banger, it's a banger. Sometimes you don't catch certain words in songs because the hook, the music, everything is catchy or hooky or it just bangs. You know what I mean? But then sometimes later on you come back and or you hear somebody else singing it or rapping it and Oh, that's what they say. You know what I mean?
Well, we could go ahead and take a quick commercial break. I know we got someone calling in just a few. We're gonna take a listen. You know, this one is one that I interviewed. This lady, she was pretty dope. Her voice is spectacular. Her name is Notori Zelly, and we're go ahead and get into her song called ATM Baby.
What's wrong with all this time we spent? No doubting that I'm all in. But then you switch it up on me like I'm just a friend. Talking crazy to me once again. Why can't you just listen? Tell me what I need to say. Tell me what I need to do. And that don't sit too well with me. And now we're arguing when you tell me what I need to say. Tell me what I need to do. No, that don't sit too well with me. Cause now I'm forced to leave. Boy, I'm not young. No, won't be. So treat me like a queen, cause boy, I'm not young. No, I won't be. You can treat me like a queen, don't let me go on and on again in your words with no action. Can you tell me when this cycle is this another show? Cause time and time again you wasted all of my energy. So even when I love, somehow you turn it right. Tell me what I need to say. Tell me what I need to do. And that don't sit too well with me. And now we're arguing when you tell me what I need to say. Tell me what I need to do. No, that don't sit too well with me. Cause now I'm forced to leave. Boy, I'm not young. No, won't be. So treat me like a queen, cause boy, I'm not young. No, I won't be. So treat me like a queen, cause boy, I'm not young. So treat me like a queen, cause boy, I'm not young. No, 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 no. Do I wanna love you? Either treat me like a queen or let me go.
I love it. That's what I'm on. Substance. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Substance. Give me that. Give me her name again. Tell me who it is. How can I find her?
You know what? That was Notori Zelly, and she is. You can find her on any platform.
Notori Zelly.
She just had an album that's released, and you know, she's pretty dope. So definitely check her out.
We are. So again, no knock to anybody doing anything explicit, X-rated, whatever. I love it all. If it's banging, it's banging. I love this. That's my preference right there. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, we're going to have a special call in of this young lady named Miss Victoria Jones Taylor that published a book on her own, Loving Isaiah God's Way. You see, I still got my bookmarker in there. I'm trying to like hide it, whatever. So this is Loving Isaiah God's Way. On Amazon, her name is I call her Miss Victoria Jones Taylor. And like I said, this is a spiritual romance, and we're going to have her just call in and talk about it for a moment. I've been dropping the ball. I'm behind on the book. It should be done. I should have read it twice by now. But it's everything happens at the perfect time, E.
What's your thoughts on it for now? Like, what's your thoughts so far of what you read?
Nostalgia, take me back, carefree living. It takes me back to when girls hung out with each other and we kind of knew what they was talking about and what they was on, like the high school love stuff, the ooh, girl, you better go holler at him type, again, not giving away anything, but it really hits home with how we grew up and how things were. And it gives a woman's perspective as well, so far from what I've read of what love looks like and what they want from different perspectives of women as well. So, again, we gonna let her call in any minute.
So what does love look like for you?
I have
or
it.
What do you want it to look like?
I have it.
Okay.
I have it. I'm living it. Reciprocation. It looks like peace, freedom.
Peace.
My peace is my freedom. Freedom is my peace. Having my way means she has her way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Loving Isaiah God's way. It looks like the love that I got to experience with these two. So we actually have her on the line. We was chopping it up a little bit. Victoria Jones Taylor, the author, publisher of Loving Isaiah God's Way. Welcome to Hot 702.5 FM, Vegas Up Now. Are you there, young lady?
Yes. Hi. Thank you for having me.
Hey, sis, what's up? I'm here with Miss E. Carice. Our co-host, Sir Charles Tatum, is out. Definitely pray for him and his health, that he feels better.
Hello. Good afternoon, Queen.
Look,
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
I was telling her about the book a little bit. What's been the most exciting thing since the release of the book? Let me just start there.
The most exciting thing for me since the release has been watching the people's response and how they are experiencing it in the way that I wrote it.
Look at that. And what is it that you wanted? Which way did you want to impact? I know it was God-led, but what is the impact you wanted to have on the book? And again, be specific in what kind of excitement are you experiencing? What are some of the things that's happening? I see it all over TikTok.
Yes, the response from TikTok has been phenomenal, and I'm so excited about that as well. The impact that I wanted the book to have on the people is the restoration of love, because in today's society, love has been twisted in such a way that people have leaned to their own understanding. And so Loving Isaiah God's Way, the purpose of it is to restore love back to the people's heart in the proper way.
Look at that.
And so what I have been seeing, I have a young lady who has been, she hasn't dated for a while, and she just told me the other day that after reading my book, she's ready to date again. God's way.
Look
So it's
at
responses
that.
like that
Come on.
just have me smiling from cheek to cheek, and it has me excited about the work that I'm doing.
Okay. And so we happen to have, again, another woman as a co-host, E. Carice, on here. And what would you say has been the difference and the impact on men and women? Because I know some brothers is this impacting as well, not only myself.
Well, first off, men kind of tend to think, when you say faith-based romance novels, they forget about the faith-based and they just hear romance. And so the men are thinking, well, it's for women. But I'm here to tell you, it's not just for women. It's for men and women alike, which speaks to the integrity of the character Isaiah. There's a humility in all of us, and there's an Isaiah in all of us. So the response from the men has been sort of like, oh, okay, I can get something out of this too. So I'm excited about that.
Yes. It's kind of scary, man. Amen. Humility, vulnerability is strength. It is not weakness at all. I'm just here to say that. All right. And then women, well, you kind of spoke into that. Where can they get it? Talk about it. Where,
The book is available for $25 in the format of paperback, and it's available on Amazon.
And I hear it's doing pretty good, huh?
Yes.
Come on now. Toot your horn. We here at Vegas Up Now, we like to show people off, show love and show each other off in a positive light. And you definitely for years, and I'm saying this transparently, I've known you for years, but we get to be honest with each other. And
yes.
This is, I keep saying spiritual romance book, novel, faith-based. Thank you for the clarification. You know what I mean? So when I'm speaking to my brothers, who I mostly speak to, and I'm saying it on air too, my woman read it in a day, 2 days, man, and loves it. And I think I'm feeling the effects of the book, so I get to finish it myself. Loving Isaiah God's Way, Miss Victoria Jones Taylor.
Miss Victoria, I do have a question for you before we get off the line. My question would be: is that what exactly are the takeaways that you would like? Say there's 3 things that you would like a reader to take away from this book and like apply to their daily life. Like, what's 3 things that you have placed into your book that would be important for us to take away?
The first takeaway would be to shed the self-imposed ideology that we have built up in our mind concerning love and relationships. The second one would be dating with a purpose, setting those boundaries and knowing that you can date, be tempted, but be disciplined enough not to cross the line. And then the third point would be entering into know what you're doing and be prepared in your heart and your mind when you're entering into covenant relationship with another individual. When you say I do, it doesn't start right there. You have to be the bride and groom of Christ first. And the exchange that happens at the altar when the preacher says, who gives this woman away? And the individual says, I do, before the couple says, I do. So the transfer happens right there because there's a onion peeling process that God is going to take you through for the two to become one. So we have to prepare for that before we get to the altar.
Got it. Okay.
Powerful.
Well, tell the people one more time where they can purchase your book, where they can follow you on social media and all that good stuff.
Loving Isaiah God's Way, When Flawed Love Meets Purpose, is available for $25 on Amazon in the format of paperback. And you can follow me on TikTok at Victoria Jones Taylor. And you can follow me on Facebook at Victoria Taylor. And on Instagram at I Am God's Way Publishing.
Look at that.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Victoria, for calling in. We'll have to follow up and make sure this guy finishes his book so he can find out about all the
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes. God bless, sis. Congratulations.
Thank you guys for having me. It has been such a joy to be invited on your platform. And again, I thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey,
All right.
Look, you ask me, this is what an inspired life looks like for me.
Mm-hmm.
This is what love looks like for me.
Mm-hmm.
I love seeing us win. I really do, genuinely. You know what I mean? So thank you. Everything happens for a reason. Not that me and Charles couldn't handle it. You know, we're going to still have her in studio, but shout out Miss Victoria Jones Taylor and her book, Loving Isaiah God's Way.
Mm-hmm.
We're right here on Vegas Up Now on Hot 702.5. It's me, Sir Bonafide, Sir Charles Tatum. Hey, we love you, brother. It's me, Bonafide 100 with E. Carice in the building. We're going to play some more music. in a minute and some seconds.
I'm ready whenever you're ready.
Okay, well, man, hit him with something. And what you got for him?
Well, you know, we got Miss Candace Moore. This song is called Your Galaxy. She is right here in Las Vegas, and she's pretty dope. I really, really, really like Candace Moore. Her voice is spectacular. Okay, spectacular. Let's go ahead and get into it, Candace Moore.
As if we're out on a cold, cold night, come and wrap your arms around me, baby. Like a child that you just put to sleep, come and lay me down, lay me right here, baby. Just like a memory that gives you peace, reminds you of home, never let me go. I wanna feel your love wrapped around me all night, baby, all night long. Want your love surrounding me, I'd be in your galaxy. Your love is lifting me, releasing me from gravity. Want your love surrounding me, I'd be in your galaxy. Your love keeps lifting me, releasing me from gravity. Like dew on the leaves in the morning, rest your head right on me. And like electricity, transfer your energy into my soul, baby, make me glow. Like your team won the championship ring. That's a lot, I want you to scream. Hold up your trophy, show me you love me. Polish me and keep me clean and cherish me like I am your dream. Surrounding me, your galaxy, lifting me from gravity. Want your love surrounding me, wrapped in the arms of your galaxy. Floating in your love, boy, you keep me in the sky with ya. So high in your galaxy, your galaxy, yeah.
All right, Candace Moore. I love it. I love me some Candace Moore.
And I'm familiar with her and that voice and powerhouse. That's not local, that's global. You know, the sound, the voice, the
That song doesn't even do her voice any justice.
Look, the arrangement, but it's smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. I like it.
Smooth. It's I like the hand in glove effect. You know what I mean? Just because whether it's a song or a rap, just because it's good lyrics and it's good music doesn't mean it goes together. It was meant for each other. So I love when artists really put that, oh, that was meant for that. You know what I mean? And like you said, it doesn't show her range, but there's other projects that she has.
most
Other songs, you
definitely.
know what I mean? But what she did for that song, it goes.
Yeah,
it's timeless.
Yeah, she's dope. I like
It's
Candace.
timeless. You could say that came out yesterday or 5 years ago. Or I'm serious.
Right.
That's what I'm on. That's what I'm about. I love it. Right here on Hot 702.5 FM, Vegas Up Now, with your man, not your boy, Bonafide, with E. Carice here. Man, we hit some topics today, and we're just getting started. We gonna keep it on the kind of same vibe because it keeps coming up, and it was in our notes.
Okay.
Family.
Okay.
What when I say that? Because I know some of the things you got coming up. You spoke into Taurus gang, family. What comes to heart when? What does that mean to you? What does family mean to you?
You know what? I was always raised in a very close knit family. Like my siblings and I are very, very close. Like I love them to death. I talk to them every day.
Right.
You know, and then my mother was so sweet and, you know, so thoughtful, and everybody loved her. She could sing better than Whitney Houston, and they just loved her voice, you know, and she was just really spectacular. And then my grandparents, my dad, my aunt, everybody was just had good energy. And I love family. I love my family. I love my husband. He is my BFF, you know.
Look at that.
And I think that people have different experiences with their families. And I didn't realize people had bad experiences with their family until I went to college. And, you know, my roommate yelling at her mom, and I'm like, oh, clutch my pearls. You know, I'm like, wait a minute. I know you're not yelling at your black mama. Like, what is really going on? So I think I learned, you know, people now I'm like, okay, people have different relationships with their family. There's no way in hell I would ever yell at my grandparents, my mom. No, even my aunts. To this day, as I'm grown.
Deja vu.
So, you know, I just think that, you know, family, matter of fact, I just had this conversation with my brother yesterday, and we were talking about a village because I called. I was like, do I need to pick up my nephew from school? You know, because usually I get him on Fridays. I'll take him to school and pick him up. And he's like, oh no, he's like, I'm here right now picking him up. And I was like, dang, I forgot to even call him in advance to, you know, ask him. And he was like, you know, it's the village, you know, I feel it, you know, and that's just. And it's just like that, you know, we just all contribute to each other however necessary. And, you know, like shout out, like even my mother-in-law, like she is like, I got blessed with her. Like my mom sent her to me. Forget Javon. You know, like I got the mother-in-law. Like that's really what I got. And, you know, I just think that, and our families mesh well. They're very similar, and it's just love. Like I just love family. So,
Okay.
How do you feel about family?
Look, now you got me all hyped up and everything. And even when you spoke about you didn't know other people had, because of how you was raised, you know, had issues in their family. I wanted to go a step further. Conflict resolution, family. What comes to mind? Like, what comes up? How do you, like, if you could think of the most challenging, whether brother, sibling, anything, and I don't know, like
of how you resolve a conflict.
Absolutely.
I mean, so my sister and I and my brother and I were all 2.5 years apart. So my sister and I was roommates until I was 14. So she definitely got on my nerves, okay? But it didn't matter. It doesn't matter if she got on my nerves. Somebody say something about my sister.
Come on.
She know I'm crazy. You know, let this calm energy fool you. But I think that you just have conversations. You communicate effectively. Like I've never had an argument, you know, with my husband. Like,
look at that.
He definitely has gotten on my last nerve, okay? But I think you just communicate effectively. I don't yell. He doesn't yell at me. We speak to each other calmly.
Wow.
I'll tell him like, hey, when you did this, it made me feel this way. Like I just, you know, and vice versa. You know, we just have open dialogue. And I think that that's important because and then too, I'm not going to say like I had that with my mom. My mom always said, oh, how am I doing as your mom? Like, you know, there was soft parenting before soft parenting was soft parenting. So I was raised like that, being able to express myself and say, hey, this bothered me, you know, to my mom. And that's unheard of in the black family, you know, from the 70s and 80s. So
like how you feel mattered.
Right. And it did. And I think that it's important. So like, you know, when I have those conversations, I speak to him, you know, softly. I speak to him with respect, no matter what the situation is.
Absolutely.
Yesterday, I said some word. I forgot what it was. And he was like, He was like, "Oh, we using that word?" And I don't even know what the word was. Like, I didn't even think it was like a word like that would be.
I'm trying to drink my drink.
And I was like, wait a minute. I was like, oh, you know what? I was like, okay. I was like, I'll never say that word again. But I was probably just like joking or something, but it wasn't even anything harsh.
Right.
He just never heard me say whatever it was. And I really can't even remember what it is. So I hope I don't say it again.
No, but look what you said too, though. Is like, I'll never say that word again. And even though you knew you were joking and everything, and we talked about conflict resolution, patience, understanding, compassion. I'm hearing so much transparency, staying neutral, grounded, calm. I hear a lot of learning for us in that as far as when it comes to couples, relationship, and lifestyle in general. You guys are both business owners before, during, and after. And those techniques, those strategies, those things that work in relationship and conflict resolution that you guys are applying to your life applies to your life and your business. And that's something that I want people to get and understand as well, that some of these things in our relationship,
some of them.
Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, in some aspects, like I may have to be more dominant and stern when it comes to business.
Absolutely.
But I'm definitely not like that at home. I can't open a bottle. I can't open nothing. I can't take the trash. I just can't. Okay. I was telling some of the guys that have a show here, like I'm like, I feel like when my husband's there, I can't do anything. I can't open up nothing.
You know what?
I'm not strong enough to do this. Okay. When he leaves, I got it. Like but I feel like it's just a power that just goes away when he's there.
You asked me.
But I think that, being like I'm definitely soft girl era with him at home. So it's nothing, but I do think that some of the aspects of how you deal with business and how you communicate effectively can carry over to, your relationship. But a
little more stern, a little more firm.
Yeah, definitely.
No, and we started this about family and what comes up for you, and then took it a step further in conflict resolution. Gems for us, guys. I promise, man, you better pay attention, man. We got a real one here, man. Javon Banks, shout out again on your love life, bruh. Ego, envy, pride, and jealousy. As a black man, I'm a stereotype breaker. That's what I am for our city, Vegas. It's Win City, not Sin City. I'm about the glass half full, and I love acknowledging our brothers. We hear so much negative about each other, and so when we can shout each other out, or when the young one is setting an example for the older one as well, I got my notepad out. So shout out you, Javon, the relationship, the business, some fun stuff to come. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey.
It's always fun. You know what? Like we go on dates several times a week. Like
speak on.
I think that you should date your partner, whatever you do. Right. Date them however you can, however much you can, in whatever way you can. And just keep things fun, keep things interesting. Yesterday we went to dinner, or we went to an early dinner. We came home and we watched, a show that we've been trying to binge watch, and
look at that,
and just cuddled and just, fell asleep. And it was just, it's just enjoying that person as much as you can. Like I literally right now I can't wait to like go hang out with him later. But I think that you should have that type of energy, with your partner. And if you don't, like I'm all about therapy. Go to therapy. Talk to your therapist. Have couples therapy. Like it's okay to see a licensed professional.
We have that stigma in the black families, but I believe in it too. Doing whatever it takes, And I know we're going to wrap it up. I definitely have to shout you out. And
I appreciate you.
And also on my birthday today, guys, and speaking of love and family, man, I'm giving a special shout out to my woman, Miss Fortune. And she is. She's a fortune
Nice.
cookie. I
Nice.
promise. I got it all.
Nice.
I get it all, and I love giving it back. So Vegas up now, Hot 702.5, Bonafide, usually Sir Charles Tatum, but today we have E. Carice.
Right.
You know, y'all stay tuned. We got more coming, more shows coming. A blessing to be here today. You guys go out and make an impact. We love you.
Vegas up now.
I shared so many tears over the years. Lost so many friends that's not here. I faced all of my fears. I swallowed all my tears. Now what's up now? Now what's up now? What's up now?